Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
Well, if you're popping around on Twitter or Facebook or any of the social media, chances are you've probably run into what is turning into a massive snowstorm across portions of the Great Lakes. We talk about lake effect snow. Now, if you're not familiar with what lake effect snow is, it's basically the concept that the very cold Arctic air runs over top of very warm or warmer water over the Great Lakes, picks it up, obviously as it chills, turns to snow, and then deposits it downstream. Now, what makes lake effect snow so dangerous at times is because it's basically just sort of an unlimited source of moisture. So watch as that just continues over the exact same spot over and over and over, just south of downtown Buffalo, New York, which is over on the western side of the state of New York. You can see that the snow continues. And in fact, we've been getting reports of around 4 to 5 feet of snow in some areas, and including motorists just south of downtown Interstate 90 that are trapped in their cars that they've been trying to get to because the snow rates have been falling between 2 and 3 inches per hour. And the plows certainly can't keep up with that. That is certainly not what we will see here, thankfully. But we are going to start to see some showers and even some snowfall up in the mountains as we head towards your Wednesday and Thursday forecast. So if you're traveling over into Central Oregon, or if you're watching Central Oregon and going the other way down into the valley, we'll likely start to see some wintry precipitation by late tomorrow afternoon. All because these fronts starting to move northward. As they do, they'll bring back the rain showers and they'll bring back the warmer air. That's the good news. But this is going to start about 4 or 5 days of some fairly wet weather, especially as we head in towards our weekend forecast as well. We'll get into that in a second. Right now, temperatures are still chilly in the valley. Unfortunately, we just can't get that warm air to slide this far north, or at least kind of move that cold air out of the way. Cold air is very dense, sits very close to the surface, and it's kind of like the dog that doesn't want to go out at night. It just sits there, and that's why it'll likely stay fairly chilly for tonight. You can see the 40s and 50s elsewhere. This morning, I should say, we sat in the low 20s, so hard freeze conditions, 30s and 40s elsewhere, and single digits out towards Bend and Sun River. Won't be that cold tonight, but still, I'm going to put us for a couple hours below freezing down to around 29, probably 30 degrees, upper 30s, and then 40s as you get out to the coast. And we've got a couple of areas of low pressure that are sort of working against each other. First one's lifting north. We've got a cold front attaching the two, and the secondary system sliding in towards California. Now, that's important because this is where we'll see some of those showers eventually lift by tomorrow afternoon. Watch what happens in the stormcast as we start off in the morning fairly dry with some light showers by about 7, 8 o'clock at the south coast. Then as we go from lunchtime through the afternoon and evening hours, we see that wave move on through. And yes, some decent snow, and certainly good for the ski resorts. They'll actually start adding to the base. We won't get a lot each day, but 4 or 5 days of snow will certainly help kind of pack things down for the start of the season, hopefully by the end of next weekend. So showers, mostly cloudy skies at the coast, temperatures in the mid-50s tomorrow. For the Umpqua, it'll be cool again, low 50s, but still I think we won't see any rain until we'll call about mid-afternoon in towards the evening. For the Cascades, a wintry mix, rain at first, changing over to snow, about 1 to 3 inches of accumulation at the passes. In Central Oregon, partly sunny, isolated evening showers overnight, likely see some snow mixing in with that, and mostly cloudy with scattered afternoon and evening showers for us here across the valley. And we'll eventually get some of that warmer air moving in too. Now, it is going to stay fairly wet for the coast Friday, Saturday. Some tapering off on Sunday, but most of our weekend will stay wet. Same thing for the Umpqua. Overnight lows get well above freezing into the 40s and low 50s, but the showers stick around through the end of the week. The Cascades, as I mentioned, will continue to see a good mix of rain and snow. All snow likely at the ski resort level. And here in the Willamette Valley, 50 tomorrow. Nice to see the 50s back on the board, guys, and nice to see those 20s skadooshed on out of the 7-day forecast, too. That was just cold, cold, cold.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
You got it.